the deep ocean, a world we have barely begun to understand. Beneath the surface of Earth's oceans lies a world almost entirely hidden from us, a realm without sunlight, without landmarks, and without familiar rules. It is a place shaped not by seasons, but by pressure, not by warmth, but by cold and darkness. We have sent humans to the moon, we have placed rovers on Mars, yet more than 80% of the ocean remains unexplored. We know more about the surface of distant planets than we do about what lives several kilometers beneath our own seas. This is the story of that hidden world, layer by layer, from the surface to the deepest trenches on Earth. The sunlit ocean. At the surface, the ocean feels alive and familiar. Sunlight penetrates the upper layers, powering vast blooms of microscopic plankton. These tiny organisms form the foundation of nearly all marine life. Fish feed on plankton, larger predators feed on fish. Entire ecosystems rise and fall on this fragile chain. Coral reefs flourish here. Whales migrate through these waters. Storms churn the surface, but life quickly recovers. For centuries, humans believed this was where the ocean ended, that beyond the reach of sunlight, nothing could survive. They were wrong. The twilight zone. At around 200 meters below the surface, the light begins to fade. Colors disappear first. Red vanishes, then orange, then yellow. We have entered the twilight zone. Here, sunlight is too weak to support photosynthesis. No plants grow. No algae bloom. Food no longer rises from below. It falls from above. Tiny particles drift downward from the surface. Waste, dead plankton, fragments of decaying life. Scientists call this slow, constant descent marine snow. To us, it looks insignificant. To the animals of the twilight zone, it is everything. And where food exists, life adapts. Creatures here often appear fragile, transparent, or incomplete. Bodies like glass, organs barely visible. The glass squid drifts almost unseen, its tissues blending with the surrounding water. The glass octopus floats motionless, its eye is the only solid feature. Transparency may serve as camouflage, allowing animals to vanish in the dim blue light. Or it may conserve energy, eliminating pigments that offer little benefit in darkness. But not all creatures choose invisibility. Some create their own light. Biolumens. Instance in the twilight zone, darkness is not empty, it flickers. Many animals here produce light through a chemical reaction inside their bodies, a phenomenon known as bioluminescence. To human eyes, it appears beautiful, soft glows, pulsing flashes, moving constellations in the dark. But in the deep ocean, light is not decoration, it is a tool. Some species use it to attract prey, others to communicate, some to confuse predators. One of the most remarkable uses is counter-illumination. From below, predators can detect dark silhouettes against the faint glow from the surface. To hide, animals like the firefly squid produce light along their bellies, matching the brightness above them. By glowing, they erase themselves. Light is used to disappear. Other creatures take an even stranger approach. The bloody belly comb jelly glows deep red, a color that does not travel far underwater. To most predators, it appears completely black. Inside its stomach, glowing prey remains hidden, concealed within darkness made of light. In this world, survival depends on controlling who can see you and who cannot. The greatest migration on Earth. Each night, something extraordinary happens. As darkness falls at the surface, billions of animals rise from the depths. Fish, squid, jellies, they ascend hundreds of meters to feed on plankton under the cover of night. At dawn, they sink back into darkness. This daily movement is known as diel vertical migration. It is the largest synchronized migration on Earth, greater in number than all land migrations combined. For decades, humans did not even know it existed. During World War II, sonar operators detected a mysterious false seabed that rose at night and fell by day. It was not the ocean floor, it was life, an entire hidden world moving together unseen, the midnight zone. Below 1,000 meters, all sunlight disappears. We enter the midnight zone. Here, darkness is permanent. Temperatures hover just above freezing. Pressure becomes crushing. To humans, this environment is instantly fatal. To deep-sea life, it is home. Evolution here takes extreme forms. The dragonfish produces red bioluminescence, a color invisible to most deep-sea animals. Its eyes, uniquely adapted, can detect this hidden wavelength. It hunts using a private light. Other species rely on near-total invisibility. Some fish are covered in ultra-black skin that absorbs nearly all light. Even when illuminated by submarine lights, they remain difficult to see. Then there are the anglerfish. Females carry glowing lures, dangling above mouths filled with needle-like teeth. Males are tiny by comparison. Their only purpose is to find a mate. When they do, they fuse permanently with the female, their bodies dissolving until only reproductive tissue remains. It is one of the most extreme reproductive strategies known in nature. In the midnight zone, survival reshapes biology itself. The abyssal plain. At 4,000 meters, the open water ends. We reach the abyssal plain. This vast region covers more than half of Earth's surface, a flat, silent desert of mud stretching for thousands of kilometers. Food here is scarce. Life moves slowly. Some animals grow to enormous sizes. Giant isopods, resembling armored insects, scuttle across the seafloor. Amphipods grow far larger than their shallow water relatives. Scientists call this deep-sea gigantism, but the reason remains unclear. Occasionally, something extraordinary happens. A whale dies at the surface and sinks. Its body becomes an oasis. Scavengers arrive within hours. Sharks, hagfish, crustaceans. Later, bone-eating worms consume the oils locked inside the skeleton. Entire ecosystems rise from a single fall, lasting decades. In the abyss, even death creates life. The Hadal Zone. Beyond 6,000 meters lies the deepest realm of all. The Hadal Zone, named after the underworld. These are Earth's trenches, scars where tectonic plates collide and the ocean floor plunges downward. The deepest of them reaches nearly 11,000 meters. If Mount Everest were placed inside, its peak would remain submerged. Here, pressure exceeds 1,000 times what we experience at the surface. And yet, life persists. Snailfish inhabit the deepest known depths. Their bodies are soft, gelatinous, and perfectly adapted to crushing pressure. Amphipods swarm the trench floor in vast numbers. Plastic fibers have been found inside their bodies, proof that even the deepest places on Earth are not untouched by human activity. At hydrothermal vents, life depends not on sunlight, but on chemistry. Microbes feed on minerals and gases rising from Earth's crust. Entire ecosystems thrive without light. A reminder that life does not require familiarity, only adaptation, what we still don't know. Despite decades of exploration, the deep ocean remains largely unknown. New species are discovered on nearly every expedition. Some disintegrate before reaching the surface. Others defy classification entirely. Why do so many deep-sea animals glow? Why does some grow enormous while others become nearly invisible? Why does life persist where it should not? These questions remain unanswered. What the deep ocean teaches us is not certainty, but humility. Earth still holds vast mysteries beneath its surface, worlds we have barely begun to understand. And as exploration continues, one truth becomes clear. The deep sea is not empty, it is alive.